go to waypoint. Not touch the bottom here.
Sure.
Yeah, we definitely have higher winds than we would. Well, they're not bad, but right now it's like it's so beautiful in here, and it's like, yeah, there's gonna be some storms coming through between 3 and 4 in the morning. We got a really good hole tonight. I think we're gonna be fine. We're gonna muscle it out and we'll see what happens. And if something gets really crazy tonight at 3 and 4 in the morning, we'll start the camera and you'll see our panic, if there is any.
We won't do that. We'll probably just get the F and shit out
Beep. Who knows, right? But either way, George is making his way back.
In a weird way.
He's got his lights on. He's all by himself.
Should we put our anchor light on?
We will, but it's not half hour past sunset yet, so.
He's just prepared.
Often that you see, you know,
We got a sunrise happening right now. A sunset rise.
We are currently heading to Fish Creek. We just left Sand Bay this morning and we motored for a while. We put our head sail out and we're going almost 4 knots. We spent the night last night in Sand Bay with another boat, and there's, I think, 4 boats that are going to meet us in Fish Creek. Mark and I haven't decided yet if we're going to anchor out. There's going to be storms in the morning, but it doesn't look too bad, so we're probably going to anchor out. I think we'll be there in about 3 hours, so it should be a very nice sail right now. I can feel the wind picking up, and we're on a beam reach, and it's just amazing right now. The water's so flat, but unfortunately it's green. I don't know if you can see that, but it's super green right now. Ugh. There's a lot of algae on there. I'm hoping once we get to Fish Creek we'll be able to jump in and swim, because there's a nice beach there that we wanted to try out, and we might just take another dinghy ride to that little secret way that we found the other couple years ago, I guess now, that if you take this little creek that goes right to the ice cream shop. So we're going to see if we can do that again. That would be fun.
Today's Monday, I guess our 3rd day on our trip. Wind is very light. We were lucky enough we had 4 knots for a little while. We were moving the boat, and now we're down to 2. So we'll probably be motoring here shortly, but it's just nice to take it in right now, this nice calm day. A little breeze would have been nice, but this is what we get. So
the head sail's flopping just a little now, but we did have a nice beam reach going, but now it seems like it's kind of clacking a little. The wind completely died, so we put the sails away, started the motor, and we headed to Fish Creek. Once we were there, Mark and I made the call to anchor out. We did have a little bit of trouble getting the anchor to set, but once it did, we got the dinghy in the water and we headed over to the beach. We were so hot that we came over to the beach. There's this little beach in Fish Creek, and a couple people met us here, and we been here for quite a while, I feel like, man, but it felt so good. Cooled off. It was a hot day, probably the hottest day this year, and our little dinghy brought us that we just got, so
yep,
did pretty good with our little two horsepower Yamaha. So now I'm gonna get in and put my boot back on.
Don't show your doctor what you're doing. Big hat in the way. Well, it's a beautiful morning here in Fish Creek. We anchored out last night, and then about 2 in the morning some storms came through, which we knew were coming, and woke up around that time and noticed our anchor was dragging. So we had to make some quick decisions here. We pulled anchor and we came into the marina. So we were anchored just out there, kind of knew where that sailboat is, sitting right out there. And luckily we had a nice spot here to tie up last night. So, you know, you take chances, it's going to happen sometimes. If you don't try, you never do stuff, right? So unfortunately our anchor just didn't hold well, and we've been having a problem with this QCR style anchor, it's like a plow with a hinge on it. And I'm thinking we gotta do more research on this and maybe get a different type of anchor for the boat. It's obviously not working out for us, and it was a good sand hard bottom to anchor in, and we backed down on it. It held good when we backed down on it, but when we twisted around with the wind, it let loose and never reset again. So I'm gonna go to the little dock over here and try and dump this thing over and get some water out of it.
Oh, from the storm last night?
Yeah. That way we have it empty, and then when it rains in about 3 hours, I can do it again.
You're dragging weeds. We walked into town to check out the Alexander Noble House Museum during the rain shower. I'd highly recommend it if history's your thing. We learned a lot of things about Fish Creek that we didn't know. Oh, is that a bluegill?
I wish. Rock bass.
Oh.
Throw it on the other side so you don't catch it again.
You wanted to go there. Got the first goby.
Who's Jasper?
Seagull.
He's over here. I don't know how to whistle like Tom does though.
No.
That is crazy.
Oh, that's so funny.
Go ahead. You can have it. Watch him choke that whole thing down, skin and everything.
Knows where the head is.
Yeah.
Then we spent the rest of the day fishing and relaxing with everyone. And we were able to enjoy another beautiful sunset.
We had a very rolly night last night. The wind was coming in from the bay. I'll show you here. So the wind was coming in from the bay over here, and it was blowing hard. It's probably 18 to 20 knots. Waves were coming in here, pushing us up against the dock. So I had to get up about 12:30 and stuff a few more fenders or 2 more fenders alongside the boat in the dock. But it was a squeaky, rolly night, and I think we kept waking up all the time. But still, it's life on a boat, you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff. But today we're still in Fish Creek, and we're gonna be probably going to Egg Harbor or Wave Point today, depending on the wind. It's gonna be blowing pretty good today. A lot of whitecaps out there. We're looking to do maybe a straight downwind sail versus try and do a beam reach with waves on the beam and all. So we're having a skipper's meeting here today at 9 o'clock, and we will see what we're gonna do. Breakfast is being made.
At the skipper's meeting, we decided to head to Sturgeon Bay, but more about that next time.